Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I am so excited about our next guest here in the studio. We're going to get right to it. We have Gary and Marjorie in the studio with us because you two, well, first of all, Gary, you were involved with the Vail Symposium, and Marjorie, you were the subject of the Vail Symposium and the presentation that's going on tonight, and then also the workshop tomorrow. And so, really quickly, Gary, where is it taking place? How do we get involved? What's it all about?
This is our final program of the year, and there'll be a lecture this evening, gathering at 5:30, starting at 6 at CMC, and it'll go to about 7:30 with Q&A. And then tomorrow morning at the same location, 9:30 to 12:30, for people who want to hear more in-depth. There's a workshop Marjorie will be performing.
Okay, so this is all about your consciousness series. And Marjorie, you are a neuroscientist, but then something kind of happened in your life. What kind of change that ultimately led to you writing this book?
So first of all, yes, I was a materialist neuroscientist, being brought up as a neuroscientist to understand that material reality is all that exists in the universe. And then when I was perhaps about 30 years old, my sister invited me to a meditation retreat to see her when it was my birthday. And I was skeptical, but I was curious. And so I came, and I had the most amazing experience of like a new level of understanding of awareness that I'd never had before. And it transformed my life. I went back home, started meditating spontaneously every morning. At like 5 a.m. I would wake up and meditate. And for a long time, I couldn't integrate those two halves of my life. And so I would, in fact, have very funny experiences with my husband, who loves meditation. And he would laugh at me because at a dinner party with my neuroscience friends, he'd start to bring up something like acupuncture. And I would kick him under the table, change the topic. Finally, after about 25 years, I said, I have to integrate the two halves of my lives. And so I began doing research on meditation in my laboratory, and then also began writing this book and looking into all the amazing research on near-death experiences, on energy healing, and realizing that when you look carefully at the scientific data that's published, there is amazing evidence that shows that these things are real.
Whoa.
So
okay, so obviously it took a little while for you to arrive
yes.
at this conclusion. And so writing this book, that was kind of a helpful tool for you and kind of putting it together?
It was amazing. I mean, in fact, I would work with a friend of mine, and I would write a chapter, and then we would talk about it together like about once a month. And I kept telling everybody, you wouldn't believe what I just found out in the research literature on things like near-death experiences. Like, people have brain waves that are actually not even functioning. They're actually flatlined on their EEG, and they're aware in the operating room. So yes, it was this most amazing discovery for me as I looked into all the literature carefully.
I think there's probably a lot of people out there that are identifying with both halves of you right now and saying, there's no way, I think just my own family, my dad works for NASA, and he's very much a critical thinker, and it's all about the facts. And then, well, we all know who I am. So as far as what people can expect for tonight, what kinds of things will you be talking about? What kinds of things will you be working through?
I'll really take them along with me on my journey through this whole experience of being the neuroscientist meditator, and then how I began to go into research on meditation. I'll tell about my own research a little bit, and then talk about things like research on near-death experiences and amazing stories of medicine, I'd say MDs that are medical practitioners that have a near-death experience, and that cracks open their worldview. Eben Alexander, who's been here before to Vail, I'll be talking about some of the things that's happened with him, and other MDs and other scientists as well.
That's, oh my gosh, I am so jealous. I cannot go. So for those of you that are like me, where can we find your book?
You can certainly find it on Amazon.com, and of course also at our local bookstore here. There are certainly some copies that are available right now. So,
okay.
Yes.
Well, oh my gosh, I am so jealous for all of you who can attend tonight. So again, doors open at 5:30 at CMC, and then if it's just not enough, there's also the workshop tomorrow. So that, I'm guessing, you kind of have a little bit more in-depth opportunity with people.
We'll go in deeper, and we'll also have lots of discussions during the workshop, so they can really think about these things and talk about them together.
Oh my gosh, you guys, it's such a pleasure to have both of you here in the studio. Thank you so much for making the effort to stop by, and can't wait to hear all about it and read all about it. And again, you can pick it up on Amazon and vailsymposium.org to get those tickets for tonight and also for the workshop tomorrow. We'll be right back with more Good Morning Vail.